All right, let's get started. So I'm rolling out my white fondant, and this is the color I decided that I was going to use for the base of the background, like the background color of the cupcake toppers. So I'm just cutting out, I think I said I was just gonna do 8, which is more than the Easter ones, but you know how it gets. I can get a little carried away. So this is my acrylic rolling pin, and I left some of my cupcake toppers really thick because I knew I was going to be pressing on them. I absolutely love acrylic rolling pins. They're just so easy to use, and look at the pattern. I did little hearts because my first cupcake topper is going to be a little patriotic heart, and then I just take my cookie cutter and I go over it and make it a perfect even little circle again. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll out some more white, and then I measured this little heart cutter. I got this heart cutter from a set from Walmart, and it fit in the middle of the cookie cutter pretty well, so I knew it would be a nice decent size. So I cut that out, and that's going to be the base. Now I'm taking that acrylic pen and I'm rolling it over just to kind of have like the patterns match the background. And I'm cutting out a blue heart, and then in this blue heart on one side only, I'm cutting out 2 stars. I'm using my little plungers to cut out 2 stars. I'm just taking my little tool to like tighten up and clean up all the edges. And then I'm going to take my little clay cutter. This thing is a godsend. I use it all the time. And I'm gonna now put this on half of my heart. So the cutouts make the little white stars. How cute. So now with the red heart, I am going to make this my stripes. So I'm just kind of was like laying that on there just to see about where I cut so I can get an even side. So I'm going to cut the top, and then I'm going to glue that on just like that. And I had to make sure it was like the same thickness as the blue side. And then that I take off, and then that'll be my next side. And then just gluing it right down. And then of course my next step is me putting luster dust or pearl dust on everything because I can't get away from it. I love it so much. So I'm just like shading the background so you see some of the hearts a little bit in a really pretty blue. It kind of reminds me of denim a little bit. And I'm putting my heart right on there, and I'm gonna put some white pearl dust on it just to give it a cute little shimmer, and I will be all done this cupcake topper. All right, jumping right into the next, I have this stripe paper embosser that I also use for embossing cupcake toppers. You guys have seen me use them all the time. This one was actually Christmas, but I said, you know what, stripes are stripes. And this one's kind of just a simple basic. I took a star cutter, and I'm just putting a little star on there, and the 2 little blue stars that I had saved from the previous cupcake topper, I am placing on top. And then I'm going to roll out some white fondant, and I'm going to cut some white stars and just do like a little array and like kind of stack them. So, and then it's just going to be a simple basic cupcake topper. Okay, now again with another embossing folder. This is actually fireworks. I don't remember where I got these from, but I know I got them on clearance for like $1 or something. And I'm just rolling them out. I really like the fireworks a lot. And I wanted to do a little frilly edge on this one. Now I have really thick red fondant, and instead of using a sandwich bag, I use parchment paper. And the reason why is because it really gets a big, like really round, if you can see, like it looks like little balls, like little half spheres. And I'm making patriotic cherries. Now I saw these online, but what they did that I didn't, which is why I couldn't remember, I kept thinking it looked funny was that they did a blue background first and then the white and then the red cherries. But I did color the background blue. I mixed, which is what I'm doing here. I mixed the white pearl dust and the blue pearl dust to get this really light blue. And I did the background because I really wanted you to be able to see the fireworks from the embossing folder. And then last minute thought, I decided to take a piping tip and kind of give it that little lace doily effect and punching little holes around the edges. Now this one as well is going to be fruit/food related. Again, I'm using the same embossing folder. I'm using the fireworks. I'm just cutting the edges off, making it all nice and even. And I do the same little lace effect around the edges of this. But this one is going to be a watermelon. It's a cute little patriotic watermelon. So adorbs. Loved it. I did see this is not, these two, the cherry and the watermelon, was not my original idea. I did see them online and I thought they were so cute because they were different and I've never really seen anything like that before. So I messed up here at first. I used the big cookie cutter and I said, oh no, it's got to be smaller because I needed the big one for the rind. So of course you just cut out a circle, cut it in half, and then I rolled out a really thin line of white fondant as like, you know, of course, like the little white piece between the red and the blue. And then of course, I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. You want it really thin. I should have probably made it even thinner, but I wasn't even really thinking about it. And then I'm gonna do the blue, and then I'm gonna cut out a circle and cut out a rind. This part took a little time to make it look right because I guess it kept looking like the bunting that I did on my cake. But it takes a little working with and cutting, and I was smoothing it up around the cookie cutter, and I finally got it and it came out pretty good, if I do say so myself. And then what I'll do next is I will put it on the cupcake topper as I'm doing now, and then I will cut out little white stars to represent the seeds, the little black seeds in a watermelon. So I kind of messed up and I wanted to put little bite marks on it but forgot to do it. So I'm just touching it up because I just wanted to put my own little personal flair on it. But they still came out super cute. Ta-da! Now these are the pinwheels. I have been wanting to make these for so long. So I cut out 3 squares of fondant and of course red, white, and blue. And what I did was I put the blue and the white together back to back and make sure that they stick. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut the red into stripes and I'm gonna place them on top of the white. Now I did make these a little thicker than what they should have been, but they still came out really cute. Next time I make them, I am definitely going to make them thinner, but you can do these in any colors and I absolutely loved them. I've been wanting to make these for years. They've been sitting in my photo album for many years. So once you have that all together, I'm just taking my rolling pin and making sure everything is sticking together. It's all pressed together. Then I'm gonna recut it out. And then what I'm gonna do is I have my little round plunger, circle plunger, and I'm just gonna make an indentation in the middle. So coming in from each corner, I'm just going to cut to the ring, to that ring in the center, because the ring is my guideline. You don't wanna go any further than that. And there's the cuts right there. So then what you're gonna do is take a corner. Now I did put a little water, and you're just gonna fold each corner on each triangle in, the same corner on each side, and just roll them into the center. Super simple, easy. They are so adorable. They're so cute. You can do so many different cool little patterns. Now, like I said, mine came out a little thick. You can make them thinner and maybe put like a little paintbrush or something in them to hold them up until they harden. And then I think I just put mine on the plain background, and then just glue them down. I kept playing with it and taking my really skinny paintbrush that I'm using, and I kept running it through the little loops. But oh, I thought they were so cute. And then I'm just taking a white and I put a little star using my star plungers and put that right smack dead in the center of my pinwheel, just like that. Oh my goodness, I made 2 of these. I made one off camera too. I just made a simple, I think, red and blue one or something, but oh my goodness, look how cute that is. Now this cupcake topper happened by mistake, because as I was mixing the fondant, the red and blue fondant, it got this really cool tie-dye effect. And I said, oh yeah, I went a little crazy and put a little bit too many stars on it. I didn't really care for it, but if I only did like a few of them and not put as many stars on that I liked, but every time I like kept moving the fondant, I was seeing another like pattern that I liked. But again, this one was super simple. I should have just put the star in the middle and just put a couple other stars, but I went a little crazy on this. But I really love the tie-dye effect, and I loved how the colors looked. All right, so this next cupcake topper is just a simple, it's another simple, basic little cupcake topper. These also came out too thick, and I was having problems with my plungers actually. And when I did the thin ones, they weren't working, so I had to make them a little thicker for them to come out. I guess I need to buy a new set of these plungers. So these are just a little daisy, I guess you would say, daisy / sunflower plungers. I have the bigger size and I have the smaller size I'm using right now, or medium. It's also very important with these cake plungers that you really wipe the bottom off and really make sure that you get all that excess so they're nice and clean looking. And then I took my little veining tool and just pushed the centers down to just give them a little bit of definition. I stacked them up, basically white and blue, and then put a red center in the middle of it. And that's really all I did. They were small, simple, but they were so adorable, and put it on a straight background. So I got these sprinkles at Walmart, and I am going to mix them up. I have all my cupcakes sitting there ready to go. And I'm just, like I said, as you see, I'm just mixing them. I put in the stars and the jimmies. I don't know if people will still call them jimmies or not. And I'm basically just doing the outer layer, because I'm going to put some sugar-free chocolate frosting in the middle of it. But I didn't want to put the sprinkles on the chocolate. I wanted it on the white. So I didn't think they would look good on the chocolate frosting. So I did all my cupcakes, and then I did some just with plain sprinkles, or just all sprinkles rather. And then there is my chocolate frosting that I'm putting in the middle. Most of them are hidden. When you put the cupcake toppers on, you don't see the chocolate. All I wanted you to see was the sprinkles and the cupcake toppers. And that's basically all I did. That's the reason why I did the whiter outline, just so I can use the sprinkles. And I'm putting all my cupcake toppers on, and they look amazing. Oh yeah, there's the other pinwheel that I made, because I absolutely love them.